Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gaming. I'm your host Connie, and today we are going to rank all the characters from the Life is Strange series so far. This is, of course, going up to true colors and not including anything from double exposure. That did come out in early access today, but I am not going to be able to get it until the official main release in 2 weeks. We will be playing it here on the channel when we do. So as you may have noticed, over the past weeks, we have been reviewing all of the Life is Strange games. Well, now that we've caught up, we are going to do something a little different today. We are going to rank all the characters. Now, this has like 90 plus characters in it on this template. So I think it's probably every single character in the games. And I want you to keep in mind that I might not remember every single one. I'm not like obnoxiously obsessed with these games to the point where I remember every single detail, every single character down to the minute levels. So if there's a character on here that I don't recognize, or just didn't really have any strong impact on me, I'm probably going to put them in a category befitting that. But all of the major characters, even if I don't like remember their names 100% at the moment, because it can happen. My memory kind of comes and goes randomly. Even if I don't remember their names, I'll probably remember most of their actual, character, and I'll be able to sort them accurately. So, that being said, let me make sure I have the right window clicked here. To go over all of the tabs we have here, or all of the tiers, we have Hella Awesome. This is top tier, of course. Under that, we have Wowzers, Chill, For Reals, Go Fuck Your Selfie, and Who Dis. All of it is in semi-cringe slang because Life is Strange. At least the first couple games really go heavy on the slang. So yeah, all of them are pretty self-explanatory. Hella Awesome and Wowzers are the good categories. Chill is kind of like meh, kind of right in the middle. For Reals and Go Fuck Your Selfie are the bad ones. And Who Dis is for characters who I don't recognize or I have no real strong opinions on. So, I don't know exactly how this is sorted. I think it's sorted out in alphabetical order. So we start with Alex Chen, the protagonist of True Colors, the most recent game. And she's just automatically going into Hella Awesome. Like, I talked about this in my review of True Colors, but I adore Alex. So, yeah, it's like that's just an easy choice for me. Okay, so this girl is from the first game. Her name definitely begins with an A. I just can't remember it. Um, she's she's one of your classmates. She's one of Max's classmates. She's a really nice girl. She's really kind. I believe she's Kate's friend, and she likes to read a lot. I'm not like a huge fan of her, but I'm chill with her. I have no issues. And the same goes for this guy. He's from Life is Strange 2. He's one of this group of people that Daniel and oh my god, what is the brother's name? Sean. Daniel and Sean hang out with. They hang out with like this group of other like young adults, young teenagers, all that. And he's one of them. And he's a chill dude. I have no issues with him, but he doesn't leave like a huge impact outside of that. This is one of the cops in the diner in the first game, I believe. I have no strong opinions on him. I don't recognize this guy offhand. Um, Now I'm just gonna say right off the bat, if the character is from Before the Storm, I am more than likely not going to really recognize them much. That is my least favorite of the games, and I don't remember most of the characters from that. Again, we're in the A's or maybe the B's at this point. I don't recognize them. In fact, I don't recognize the next few of these up until Brody. And I know a lot of you who might be fans and might be watching this, whether when I first post this or in the future, might be like, oh, you don't recognize that character? But it's like these 6 characters here, I don't recognize. Which means that they either didn't have as big of an impact on me, or I don't know. I just, for some reason, don't recognize them. But Brody, I definitely recognize. Brody is amazing. Brody is hella awesome. He's from Life is Strange 2. He's like such a great character, so likable. I'm gonna actually put Brooke in Wowzers. I always liked Brooke, and I always thought she got a bad rep from some of the fans. Some of the Life is Strange fandom kind of hate on her for no reason and call her annoying, along with another character who we'll get to later. And I've always thought it was unfair and just kind of unwarranted. Next we have Cassidy. Cassidy's another character who I think gets some unwarranted hate here and there. She's not my favorite, but I'll definitely put her in Wowzers. I don't recognize this next character offhand. Again, whether it's like I don't recognize him at all or he just didn't have a big enough impact on me, he's going there. This is Captain Spirit's dad. Are we in the C's at this point? Captain Spirit is Chris, and he's right here. I'm trying to remember what his name was. It's either a B or a C. I'm not 100%. Anyway, he's a character who I have feelings about because of personal reasons. I acknowledge that he's gone through a lot and he's like deeply troubled and depressed and everything, but that does not excuse his actions. And most of the time he ends up not being too terrible, especially in Life is Strange 2, but in The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, ugh. I'm gonna put him, because most of the time he ends up being okay, I'll put him in chill. But he definitely has issues that hit a little personally for me. So yeah. Next we have I can't think of her name. I'm really bad with the names and all. She's from True Colors. She's Gabe's girlfriend. I know exactly who she is. I just can't think of the name right now. But she's great. She's absolutely fantastic. You know, single mother having to deal with loss, having to deal with her, not troublesome, but, you know, mischievous son. I like her. I'm going to put her under Cassidy. Okay, so now here's where we get controversial. Here's where we get actually pretty unpopular. I hate Chloe. Like, Chloe's a well-made character and everything, and I believe I said it in the reviews that I understand why she is the way that she is, but Chloe is exceptionally toxic and terrible. She is a horrible influence on Max. She's honestly kind of dangerous, even without intending to be. She puts Max in constant danger, especially with like characters like Frank and whatnot. And she's just, you know, an incredibly bad person. And yes, she has reasons to be so. She has reasons that have caused her to be so troubled. That doesn't excuse her actions, though. It explains them, it doesn't excuse them. And honestly, I just can't stand her. I just do not like her as a character. I don't know if she's going to be in Double Exposure at all. I haven't seen anything besides the official reveal trailer, and I don't plan to, because I want to go in as blind as possible. So I don't know if she's going to be in the new one in any way. But if she is, considering the new game takes place 10 years after the first, I'm hoping she at the very least has gone through good character development because God, I do not like her based on the first couple games. Chris from Captain Spirit and Life is Strange 2. I'll put him in Wowzers. I really like him. He's a good kid, strong imagination, and has a lot of heart considering all the pain he's gone through. I'm going to put him probably right here. After that, we have Sean and Daniel's grandmother. I actually really like her. Like, she has problems. She's not a perfect person, but she has an amazingly big heart and ends up being an invaluable ally to the boys, without question. I'm going to also put her in Wowzers, and I'm going to actually put her at the top. Dana, I believe. From the first game. One of the quote-unquote mean girls in the Vortex Club, with more than meets the eye. I don't hate her. I'm going to put her in chill. I'll put her right about here. This guy is from Before the Storm, I think, right? If he's who I'm thinking he is, I think he's kind of one of the main antagonists of Before the Storm. I can't think of what his name would be, though. This guy, just looking at him, I know he's a character I don't like, but I'm gonna only put him in for reals because I'm not 100% sure on him. After that, we have this other girl from the first one. Put her about the same here. Otherwise, no real different thoughts. There's this guy who's also in the first game, and I think maybe Before the Storm as well. I can't think of his name right now, but he's another one that just goes in chill. There's a lot of characters who I know are just in this chill category because they just... I know who they are. I know the impact that they've had on me, but they're just not as, like, amazing as others or not as bad as others. Next, we have Daniel. Most of the main protagonists I would, like, normally put in hella awesome because they're just such amazing characters. Daniel can get a little annoying at times. I'm going to put him at the top of Wowzers. Like, I know he's a kid. He's super young and he's dealing with a lot. But there's certain things that just do get on my nerves a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm trying to be as honest as I can. Okay, so next we have David Madsen. And David is a really interesting character because my opinion on him flipped between games. In the first game, hate him. One of my most hated characters. In the second game, Life is Strange 2, which actually the third game, but, you know. Actually, fourth game, because Captain Spirit was before Life is Strange 2. In Life is Strange 2, what they do with him is actually phenomenal in terms of character development and depth. And I think I gotta put him in chill because of that. He is a really well-crafted character that starts off as someone you hate but actually becomes someone you kind of respect. And that's just really surprising. Cannot remember her name, but one of the primary antagonists of True Colors. I don't hate her really that much. I'll put her in for reals. Like, she's just kind of a dumbass dick, basically. Not really super terrible. Could be worse. I think this is the shop owner, the little rest stop owner. Well, not the owner, but the owner's wife, one of the owners, in Life is Strange 2. She's the one who gives, like, the little bear keychain thing to Daniel, right? I believe so. She's bottom of chill for me. Because she is not as bad as her husband. And we will get to that. Okay, so this is another student in the first one, if I'm remembering right. I don't remember if he's in Before the Storm or not. Um, I didn't quite like him. He kind of seemed very standoffish and aggressive. So I'm gonna put him at the top of for reals. There's definitely a lot worse than him. Um, Riley's grandmother, right? From True Colors. I don't know why I remember Riley's name of all characters. I really like this lady, and on top of it, I feel really, really bad for her too. I'm gonna put her right under Daniel. Um, I I'm not sure I remember who you are, so I'm gonna put you in Who Dis. You look really familiar, but I can't place it. Next we have Esteban. This is Sean and Daniel's father, and he is an absolute hero of a father. He's amazing. In fact, honestly, I like him a lot more than Daniel. um, I think I like Brody just personally a little more, but Esteban definitely deserves to be in Hella Awesome. Next we have Charlotte, by the way, is her. This is Charlotte. This is her son. I can't think of his name right now. um, I remembered her, so maybe I'll remember his later. But he's fine. He's mischievous, but not a bad kid by any means. I'd put him in Wowzers, kind of at the bottom. Um, I want to say Eric, but I'm not 100% sure about this. This is the very artsy student at Blackwood. Blackwood is... That's not right. No, Blackwood is Until Dawn. Right? The school in the first game and Before the Storm. He's another one of the students at the school. Um, he's the very artsy one. He has like a photography portfolio and everything. I actually really liked him. I kind of enjoyed him. I'll put him right about here. Sorry for the dog barking, by the way. Mail just came. Okay, so Finn is a very divisive character. I know there's a lot of people who hate Finn. Mostly stemming around one decision in Life is Strange 2. I actually really, kind of defend Finn in a lot of cases. Don't get me wrong, he does some bad things. But I think mostly every character does some bad things at some point in this series. The kind of one of the big things about Life is Strange is that it's very nuanced. Like, no character is 100% good or 100% bad. And I mean, I even agree with that with, Chloe, who, like I said, cannot stand. She's not 100% bad, but I just don't like her as a character. Well, I like her as a character. I don't like her. You know what I mean. I'm a Finn defender. I'm sorry. I really am. I like him actually just above Cassidy. Frank, though, yeah, Frank I can't really defend. Frank is right down here with Chloe for me. Do not like him at all. After that, we have Gabe, Alex's older brother, Gabe Chen. Hella awesome, 100%. Not even a question, no hesitation. Okay, so this is the husband from Life is Strange 2. The rest stop husband. Her husband. So this is the husband. Fuck him. In fact, I think he's actually below Chloe. This is one of the most insufferably evil and terrible people in this series. No joke. Okay, I am not confident on who this next character is at all. In fact, these next few I'm not really confident on. Is this one of the group with Um, like with him and Finn and Cassidy. I think she is. In fact, like, are these two the ones who are together? I think they might be. I'm gonna put them in. I think that's who that is, so I'm gonna put her there. Okay, so next we have another one I just don't recognize. Um, I these next two, I really feel like I should recognize. We're in like what, the H's at this point? I think. H's or I's. Because I know this is Jed. And this is someone's father from before the storm, I believe. He's either Rachel Amber's father or he's Nathan Prescott's father. It's one of the two. This one here, is he from Life is Strange 2? Is he from like that church commune thing? I think he is. I think I know who he is, and I'm going to put him in chill. I think that's who that is. No matter if this is Rachel Amber or Nathan Prescott's father, pretty much the same placement, no matter which one. Okay, so this is the cop from True Colors. I don't like him. And not just because he's a cop, though, to be fair. There is something to that. But no, I don't like him. I don't know, he's kind of smarmy. He's kind of a dick. I'm going to put him right about there. Jed is a very fascinating character and one of the biggest examples of nuance in the series. He's from True Colors. There's a part of me that would love to put him in Go Fuck Yourselfie for reasons that if you've played or seen True Colors played, you would very much understand. But I feel like I can't put him that low. I feel like I would put him in For Reals. I feel like I'm going to put him kind of almost tied with her, which makes sense considering they're like the primary antagonists of True Colors. But yeah, I think that's the best placement. Okay, so she's from Life is Strange 2. She's one of the people in the desert, in the little desert commune that Sean and Daniel's mother's in. I actually really liked her. I believe if I'm remembering right, she's an artist as well. I'm gonna put her right about here with Charlotte. Artist girls have to stick together, you know. I have no clue who this guy is. I just don't recognize him at all. So there's that. This is Gabe and Alex's father. And yeah, he definitely goes and Go Fuck Yourselfie. I'm going to put him at the top only because I don't think he's as bad as the others in there. And speaking of bad, this guy, I don't remember his name, but he goes in For Reals for me. He's pretty bad, but not the worst in the games. I'm going to put him right under Jed. So next we have Joyce. Joyce is Chloe's mother. And I actually like Joyce. She's not like my favorite, but I would put her in Wowzers. I'd put her probably right about here, just under Captain Spirit. Next we have Juliet from the first game. Juliet's another one of the students who I do genuinely like. I'm going to put her right above him. Okay, here's another one of the students from the first game. He's the skateboarder kind of dude who absolutely smokes weed. Like, and I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm actually saying that kind of as a compliment. It's like he is 100% a weed smoker, and I'm cool with it. He's definitely one of those characters who's in the chill category. And thinking, okay, come on. And thinking about it, if this is who I think this is, he actually deserves to be in Wowzers. Until I find out otherwise, I think this is who I'm thinking he is. And he's actually like a really valuable ally in Life is Strange 2. Next we have Karen, Sean and Daniel's mother, who is, again, a very nuanced character, an extremely nuanced character. I'm for her, I have a lot of issues with, but I'm gonna put her in chill. I'm gonna put her probably right there. Kate is 100% hella awesome. Kate is one of my favorite Life is Strange characters. And there's one part in the first Life is Strange game that is the one that she's in that makes me like bawl like a fucking baby because of it being something that I have a very, very strong personal history with and is very important to me as a concept or as a subject of discussion and understanding with. It's something that's like very important to talk about. I'm not going to get into details because it's a massive spoiler. Like compared to some stuff, it's a massive spoiler. But she's just under Alex for me. Alex, I just like a little bit more, but Kate is probably the most relatable character for me. After that, I can already tell here there's some characters I just don't recognize offhand. Also, the who dis category is not in any particular order. This is another character who I feel like I should recognize, but just don't. Same with you. And again, usually with characters that I don't recognize and I put in this category, it's just because either I don't recognize them or they just didn't leave much of an impact for me in the game. Oh wait, no, I think I know who this is. No. I was thinking of a certain character and then I went back and thought of the scene in my head and that's not him. Okay, so I know who these two are. The light is starting to come in, as you can see with my shirts. Like, it's positively glowing. I don't recognize you offhand. I don't recognize you. Okay, I recognize all of them. I recognize you. I recognize all the rest of these currently. I can't remember her name, but she's Sean's friend in Life is Strange 2, and I really like her and wish she was in more of Life is Strange 2. I'm not kidding you, like, she really deserved to be in more of the game than she was in. I like her more than Daniel. Which, the funny thing is, Daniel would probably actually agree with, because he actually really, like, connected with her, too. These two were kind of, like, they were friends. She was mostly Sean's friend, but she and Daniel were, like, connected on a pretty good level, and I like that. Mac can go fuck his selfie. This dude is definitely one of my most hated characters, and he's, I think, unless I'm forgetting anyone, my most hated character in True Colors. Like, Mac just pisses me off to no end. He is such an insecure little baby, and I fucking hate him. But then you have Mark Jefferson. Yeah. Like, the very first, like, main antagonist of the Life is Strange series. And an absolutely horrifically evil person. Like, to a degree that it's, like, it's not unrealistic because it's very much realistic in a horrifying way. But it's almost to a level that you can't believe is realistic. Because it's like, you don't want to believe that someone like that it could exist in real life. But at the same time, you absolutely know that people like that do exist in real life. And it's terrifying beyond reason. Yeah, unlike some of the characters on here, he's he's irredeemably evil. Like Chloe's a bad person, but she's not evil. This guy's evil, but not on the same level as Jefferson. Mark Jefferson is a whole new level of evil. In fact, if I could figure out a different slang term from the series to use, I would give him his own category of evil. Max is another character I really heavily identify with, just like Kate. There is a lot of myself in Max, from the nerdiness to the love of photography to being extremely shy and timid in real life, especially when confronted by things. Don't do well with confrontation at all. I see a lot of myself in Max, and that really helped me connect with the first Life is Strange game and made me a huge fan of the series. She's right under Kate for me. She's definitely up there and hella awesome, but it's like Kate is very personally connective for me, and Alex I just fucking adore in every semblance of way. So this next lady's a teacher at the school, and she's not bad or anything. She's just kind of pushy. I'd put her in chill, I guess. I don't have like anything like against her, but she's just kind of there most of the time. Okay, so this guy, I believe, this is the one who was playing D&D with Chloe and oh my god, her name is escaping me. Chloe and I can't think of her name, and I hate that I can't think of her name. You know who I'm talking about. He was playing D&D in Before the Storm, and he seemed like a pretty cool kid. The problem is we don't get to see enough of him for me to put him any higher than this. That's about as high as I can put him, just because he doesn't have enough screen time. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't think he does, though. Of course, again, I could be... I forget a lot about that game, to be fair. Nathan Prescott fucking sucks. Yes, a lot of it is because of his father being, the fucking worst. Well, not literally the worst, but But he still fucking sucks. He still goes and go fuck yourself. Like I said before, you can have your actions explained, but they are not excused by an explanation. He is still responsible for his own actions. He's a young adult. It is on him. This next guy's Life is Strange 2. He's definitely part of the group, like with Cassidy and Finn and everything. I very much remember this one. I liked you just less than Karen, I think. And again, it's another case of I wish you had more screen time. Rachel Amber, I actually like a lot more than you would think. Rachel Amber goes in wowzers for me, and I'm gonna put her right under Juliet. There's others I love a lot more, but I actually do like her. Principal Wells, I don't like. Principal Wells is kind of the prime example of a principal who does not actually give a shit about his students. He only pretends to, and he's more interested in, himself and his own problems and whatnot. He'll step up enough when he's needed to, but let's be honest, it's for selfish reasons. He's not that great of a person. I'll put him right there and for reals. I love that Ducky is listed by his regular name, Reginald, which, by the way, yes, I remember his actual name being Reginald. I don't remember his last name, but I believe he is a third. It's Reginald something the third. I just don't remember what the last name was. Ducky's fucking amazing, and if you hate Ducky, you hate fun. Seriously. Also, his favorite drink, his drink of choice, is a special rye whiskey that only he drinks, and it's that's so good. I just love everything about that. Ducky, I'm gonna put him at the bottom of hella awesome, but he definitely is hella awesome. Riley is great. Riley is an awesome character. I mentioned her earlier, actually, because of her grandmother here. Eleanor, is that her name, by the way? I think so. Riley's great. Riley definitely deserves to be up here, too. I'm going to put her just below Charlotte, because she's fantastic. I do not recognize this next character off the top of my head. Did not leave much of an impression on me, clearly, so you go there. Okay, that's Ryan. Don't recognize you. Samuel, Sean. Nathan's father is Sean Prescott, right? That was his name. Yeah, I think that's correct because I think I remember him sharing the same name as Sean from um, Life is Strange 2, just obviously spelled different. So then this one up here is Rachel Amber's father. Unless I'm mistaken again, but no, I think that's right because Rachel Amber's father was like running for some kind of office, right? Was it mayor or something? I think that's him. And I think this is Sean Prescott then, which, again, I believe that's his name. Again, they're kind of like interchangeably in the same category for me. They both suck, like, really big time. um, I don't recognize you offhand. I know exactly who this guy is. I have no opinion on him whatsoever. Like, he's one of those characters who, yes, I know who you are. I just don't care. Because he's no one. He's a nobody. Same with this guy. I recognize you, don't care about you. But I do care about Stella. And I will get to that. But let's start with Ryan. Ryan's pretty great. Ryan is pretty great. I don't think I wouldn't put him in hella awesome, though. Like, Ryan is very soft-spoken, but super gentle and kind. I love that he's into bird calls. Like, he is, like, super into bird calls. Give me a second here. Okay. I was just checking something. And he's kind of adorkable, honestly. Ryan is up there for me. Like, I think I'm even surprised by how much I like him. I gotta put him at the top of Wowzers. Samuel is one of the most baffling characters to me. Because he's a character I hate, like, what they... It's not that I hate what they did with him. I hate that you're supposed to see him as creepy. Because I don't. And I am so actively a Samuel defender to the point where I get pissed off whenever I see anybody, whether in a Let's Play, a review, etc., call him creepy. I get really fucking pissed off. Like, Samuel is, without a question, a little bit of a weirdo, but not in a bad way. He's an extremely gentle and nice individual. He is super kind, super generous, and super caring. He's not the most educated person. He's not the most put together. But people use that as an excuse to hate on him all the time. And again, it pisses me off. I am a Samuel defender. He belongs near the top of Wowzers. I don't give a shit what anyone says. He is an extremely underrated character. And I just... Maybe it's because I feel so actively bad for him. But I can't put him lower than that. It would feel wrong to me. Now, Sean. Sean I like a lot more than Daniel. I was talking about earlier how I would normally put all the main characters in hella awesome. But Daniel goes down here because I do find him a little annoying at times. Sean will go to the bottom of hella awesome. Sean is one of those characters who is very troubled and is kind of a dick at points, but is also so fucking scared of losing someone else that he gets super defensive and he puts up these walls. And I feel like I understand his character a lot. And he's almost, in my eyes, Chloe done right, if that makes any sense. Like, both of them have gone through a horrific tragedy that affected them in really bad ways and have caused them to be you know, standoffish and problematic because of it. The difference is that Chloe becomes extremely toxic and acts out to a very unhealthy, toxic degree. Daniel just puts up these walls and becomes extremely defensive. He never crosses the realm into being a bad person. Chloe does. That's my big difference between them. Chloe actively becomes a bad person. And again, there's reason for it. But it kind of takes me out of it a little bit. And I know it's realistic. It's not like completely immersion breaking. It's just I don't like her. And I'm allowed to not like her. Stella is who I was mentioning when I was talking about Brooke. Here she is, Brooke. These two, for some reason, are picked on by the Life is Strange fandom. And I have never understood it. They're both in kind of the same wheelhouse for me as the more kind of like, I guess you could say stereotypically nerdy girls at Blackwell. Blackwell, that's what it's called, right? Blackwell Academy? Yeah, I was saying Blackwood earlier, but it's like, no, wait, Blackwood Pines is Until Dawn. It's Blackwell, right? I think so. But yeah, these two are like kind of the stereotypically nerdy girls, and they are picked on so much by the fandom, and I hate it. I hate it. Not as much as Samuel, but I still hate it because they're super nice and, you know, friendly and like they're good people. They don't deserve to be picked on. Stop picking on them. That being said, anybody who hates Steph can go fuck themselves because she is my second favorite character in this series. You can definitely tell who I romanced in True Colors. Also, I'm hella gay, so you know who I romanced in True Colors because of that. Like, seriously, the channel is Princess of Gay-ming. Like, yeah, my main channel is Princess of Gay. It's like, I'm almost always going to go for the gay option. But also, Steph is, like, phenomenal. On top of just, you know, being phenomenally voice acted and everything by Katie Benz, she's just such a fucking likable character. She's a super nerd who's into D&D and LARPing. She loves rock music. She's adorkable. It's like, what more do you need? I'm into nerdy shit. I love rock music. I'm very into adorkable people. Yeah, she's amazing. Steven? I like Steven more than his wife, these two. He's definitely a lot more accepting than her, typically. But they're both around the same for me. I think I'll put Steven above Eleanor, though. He's a little bit of a step beyond where his wife is for me. Okay. I can't remember your name. Taylor? It might be Taylor. I think it's Taylor. You're another one of Victoria's groupies and everything from Life is Strange 1. Another one of those characters who I actually don't hate, even though the game almost tries to make you hate her. The other one, whose name I can't remember at the moment, you, is here. Dana? Is it Dana and Taylor? I think it's Dana. I think I mentioned that earlier, but Taylor actually has a really sad backstory. Once you actually find out what's going on with her and her grandmother, I believe it is, it's like, oh, Jesus, fuck. Girl, I'm sorry I ever hated you. Like, Jesus, fuck. It's like, that's actually, like, really fucking sad. It's like, oh, God. I actually, like, really feel bad for you. I'm going to put her right here. I can't put her higher than that because of the others that are above there, but I'm going to put her there. This is the drama teacher from Before the Storm, right? Because I remember there's the scene where, like, Rachel, Amber, and Chloe do, like, a play or something. I think this is the drama teacher. I don't have any strong thoughts on him one way or the other, so he's going to go in the who dis category. Because even though I know who he is, again, I just don't really have any thoughts on him as a character. I This character I recognize, this is definitely from the first game, but I can't place like exactly who you are. You clearly didn't leave a big enough impact on me. Okay, so we have Victoria, Warren. I'm not sure about you. Okay. I know who you are. I cannot place it though. Victoria is a character who it's like is very bitchy at first, but becomes a lot more likable as the first game progresses. She never reaches Wowzer levels, but I can feel comfortable putting her in chill. I'll put her right about there, kind of like upper part of chill, but not the very top. Warren is an underrated character. Everybody, when they talk about Life is Strange 1, oh, Chloe, Chloe this, Chloe that, Max and Chloe, Pricefield. It's like, yeah, how about we ship Max with someone who is actually, good for her, who is extremely caring, extremely likable, shares a lot more interests with Max, and on top of that, actually treats her like a human being and not a punching bag. Warren is the best ship for Max in the first game. Second best ship is Kate, but you didn't hear that from me. Yes, I ship Kate with Max. But Warren definitely deserves to be up there. I'm going to put him, I think, right above Steven. Yeah, I think that's good. It's like there's characters that are definitely better than him, but he's up there. I'm trying to remember who she is, and it's like, I recognize her, strongly recognize her. So she clearly left some level of an impact on me. I almost want to say that's Alex's mom. Is that Alex's mom? Hold on. I have a way to find out. I'm going to just type in Alex's mom, like True Colors, Alex's mom, and I'll find out. That should be enough to find out. Because I remember her mom was in there, and I believe I remember her being sick. Yes. Jian Cheng, also known as Wendy. Yep, that's her. That is her. Yeah, from what we saw, like, she's pretty great, but not, like, hella awesome levels. We didn't get to see enough of her. We more heard about her. And because of that, I think I'm just going to put her above Finn. And mostly the same with Chloe's father. We mostly heard about him, but we did get to see a little bit of him. And because of that, he definitely deserves to be a little bit higher. I'm going to put him just under Warren. Chloe's father, he definitely deserves to be up there. Because he was actually pretty great from what we saw. And so there you have it. That is my Life is Strange character rankings. So yeah, as you can see once again, Alex Chen is my absolute favorite. But everyone in Hella Awesome are, well, hella awesome. They're fantastic characters who are exceptionally well written, exceptionally likable, and just kind of the reasons why I love this series. But then you have the Wowzers category, who are also great, likable characters. You have the category of, like, meh, basically. Characters who are chill, who I'm chill with, for one reason or another, but, aren't the best, aren't the worst. And then you get into the for reals category with characters I don't like, but not necessarily hate. And characters I absolutely hate in the go fuck yourself category, with the worst being very obviously Mark Jefferson. And then there's the characters who I just don't entirely recognize. Like this character here, I do not recognize him at all. I'm almost wondering if maybe a couple of these characters in here are from like the new game, like the trailer for the new game. And that's why I don't recognize them, because I haven't really gotten to know them yet. I'm kind of wondering that. And then there's some of these characters who it's just absolutely, I just don't remember them because they didn't leave a big enough impact on me. But there you go. So that's once again my list. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tell me in the comments below, who is your favorite character from the Life is Strange series? Even if it's someone who I don't like, please feel free to tell me who they are and why you like them. Because it's all subjective, it's all opinion, and I'm very open to dissenting opinions. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.